Welcome to the Labtech Academy. This is a very short video on how to log in for the very first time. So up the top right here, we'll see login. We select that. Then we enter in our username and our password. Remember, the password is case sensitive. So enter and then we hit login. Then when you log in the very first time, it's going to ask you to change your password. So you put in a new password. Literally write this down somewhere so you don't forget. So you've got to enter it twice. Okay, then you come down the bottom, need to enter anything else, and you click submit. So after you click submit, it says data successfully saved. So you now have your new password. So we go up here to My Courses now. Select My Courses. And here, under Automotive and Transportation, we have the Toyota Hybrid Electrified Vehicle for SMK. We select, that is the course. We select that course. Now we're actually in the TVET Learning Management System. So up the top left here, we have this little hamburger sign that allows us to turn off the menu on the left or turn it on. Over on the right here, we have our profile. So we can go in to our profile here and edit profile if you wish to change your instructor name, or if you wish to come down here and upload a photo of yourself. So I will now go back to the course here. Now, again, I can translate if I will translate. Come down here. Now I have my topics within the course. Here I have hybrid vehicle fundamentals, hybrid vehicle engine, hybrid vehicle transaxle, hybrid vehicle battery, hybrid vehicle power control unit, PCU, hybrid vehicle electric motor and generator, and then a final exam for that whole course. So if I select the topic, because each topic, if I come down, has learning objectives, so I can click on the learning objectives. And then up here, I have what I call in the blue here, my breadcrumb trail. So I can actually go back and then I come down and I will do my pre-test. So preview quiz now. So this is where I go in and actually do a quiz. Then I come back again. And this is where we get to the interactive material. Here I have a complete searchable glossary. I have background theory. So here again, I can go through parts of my background theory here. Again, if I wish to translate that, I'll just change the language. So it's in Indonesian Bahasa. So come down here and I can select Indonesian, translate. So you'll see now that that's in Bahasa. Okay, scroll down. This is using Google Chrome. So it's very important. Google Chrome has the best translation features. So that's my background theory. Then I have my interactive learning. I have component identification, principal simulation, operational simulation for this particular topic. Component identification, you'll notice here that it opens it in a separate tab up the top. So if I go back here, I can have multiple tabs open. So this is loading up. As I said, it's from the cloud. So once it's loaded up here now, I've got over on the right here. Now, the interactive learning is in English only. It's only the background theory and the TVET Learning Management System that you can translate into Bahasa at the moment. So I can select any of these and it will blow it up here. It gives me a description here. I can rotate it around by holding down my mouse button, or if you're using a tablet, you can on the screen touch it and move it around and look at it from different angles. Again, I can look at different components. I get the description and I can rotate it around. Okay, so that's component identification. Then I have a principal simulation. Here it is loading up. And while that's happening, I can select my operational simulation. Okay, so here's my principal simulation loading up now. Again, as I said, we have parallel hybrid and series hybrid. So if I select parallel hybrid, there it is there. Down the bottom left here, I hit the play button. Acceleration, start by speed, deacceleration and downhill. Okay. So you can click on any of these. Then if I want to go back here, or I can set pause it at any stage, I've got instructions. I've got a reset button. I'll go back here. I can then go into series hybrid. Now this one here, this is what I call the operational simulation. So startup mode, I've got cruising mode, I've got rapid acceleration mode over on the right here, deacceleration braking, battery recharging, vehicle stationary. So I'll close down these rather than leave them open. Then my formative assessment, I have a reference assessment, which is like multiple choice. So I click on that, show you what that looks like. Okay, so it just goes through a group of multiple choice questions. Then I have component location assessment. So this is a set, they're learning a skill, you're interacting with the screen. So now I wait for this to display, and then it's going to ask me questions about where are things located. So please click or press the 12-volt auxiliary battery. Okay, so you press that, if it says correct, it will move on to the next question. Okay, so that's about our formative assessments. So once you've been through all the study materials, again, you can go up top here to this blue breadcrumb trail, we call it. I go back, I would then do my post-test. So the idea here from pre-test to post-test, we understand how much you've learned. Okay, then I would go back here and I can go back to my course. And here I've done hybrid vehicle fundamentals. I can move on and do the hybrid vehicle engine. So again, once you've gone through and done all the topics, you have a final exam. If you get 80% or higher in the final exam, you get a certificate of completion. Over on the left here, again, you can actually see the grades. Once you do pre and post test, the grades will appear here. So that's just a brief navigation of the TVET learning management system and the Toyota hybrid electrified vehicle for SMK. So please enjoy the learning experience, and thank you very much.